Alright, hi everyone. How's it going? Got another video that I want to do on something that I have, of course, been thinking about. I know that's how I start all my videos. But, I was thinking about something, and I don't know if I'm the first person to think this. Probably not. But I hadn't heard of this kind of concept before. So I thought I would do a video on it. And this is a video on a term, kind of a psychological term that I kind of came up with just by thinking about different things and observing people. And I never heard anyone mention this concept before, but it's something I came up with and find it pretty interesting. And I call this concept disconnected idealism. And again, if you're a psychologist or anything, maybe what I'm talking about is something you've heard about before, but it's something that I've thought about. Now, what disconnected idealism is when a person over-romanticizes something in their mind that they have zero connection to. That's why it's called disconnected idealism. You think of something very idealistically, yet you've never experienced that thing, and yet you still over-romanticize it. Okay? Best example, if you ever saw the 1979 movie with Dennis Christopher and Dennis Quaid called Breaking Away, where the kid over-idealizes, bike riders from Italy, and yet he had never met one. And then when he meets one, they end up pushing him off the road, and he changes his opinion on him. Well, that's disconnected idealism, and I think people kind of do that a lot. I know people will do that a lot with the military, where you'll have a guy, and they're kind of called chicken hawks now. Maybe that's too harsh a term, but you'll have a guy who had never served in the military, and he'll over-romanticize it, and yet the guy has no connection to it. Maybe he'll be a big Marine buff, maybe he'll be a big Army buff or Navy buff. The guy's never been in that. The guy's never done it. But he'll over-romanticize it. Again, disconnected idealism. The person has no connection to it whatsoever, and yet they think because they maybe read a few books or seen a few Rambo movies that they know what the military's about. Or maybe they played the game Halo, and now they think they're combat ready because of that. Stuff like that, Disconnected idealism is, what I've kind of referred to this concept of. Because, you do kind of see it a lot, I think it's something that's been around probably forever. It's probably as old as time itself. See this a lot kind of in the modern era, I think. Especially the whole Romantic era was all kind of based on that, right? There hadn't been a war in Europe for 99 years, so people became, developed this sort of they began to over-romanticize war because they hadn't experienced one in 99 years in Europe. So it became kind of more romantic to kind of think about warfare when, people were disconnected from it. So, I noticed these things, and I wanted to kind of do a video on it because I think there's a lot of this that goes on in society. I see a lot of this in people. I've seen it in myself, but, I've seen it in myself and others. So I don't know if this is a real term or not, but one I've definitely kind of coined, and that's disconnected idealism. And not necessarily saying it's a bad thing in this video, but just kind of saying that it is a real thing with human beings that, I have noticed over the years, and kind of wanted to mention it in a video because I've never heard anyone else talk about this concept before. So, if I kind of think of something and kind of think of something that, sounds like might be kind of interesting or worthy of doing a video on, I'll bring it up. So, Again, if you watch this video, as always, I do thank you for watching, and I hope you kind of got something out of this video as well. Have a great day.